Hi, friends. We're going to deal with a very serious subject today, domestic abuse, and abuse in general. I need to expose how abuse works and how uh, evil in general works. Abuse can be between spouses, it can be between a player and a coach, a teacher student, professor student, it can be between a boss and worker. But one common thing that you'll always find is that an abuser never just abuses somebody, either physically, verbally, or whatever the avenue that they use may be. They always find a reason. It could be the tiniest, most minuscule reason, just like evil is the wrong side is tiny, teeny tiny, minuscule feces with smiles. That's the same way that abuse works. They find the tiniest reason to abuse, and it won't even be anything serious. A lot of times it's nothing at all. A lot of times it's not anything at all. Uh, they'll just abuse. But see, an abuser cannot just abuse, because see, then they would be evil. They need to come up with a bogus reason to abuse. So we're going to watch this PDA, going to watch this PSA, and we are going to public service announcement. And I want to highlight things I probably will do a more in-depth analysis uh, in the future. But let's watch this, and I'll just comment over it to kind of give you the feel of what's going on. And what I want you to remember is that abuse cannot be conquered by giving in to the abuser or the abuse. They're abusing because they are evil. They are not abusing because you're actually doing something wrong. You're not actually doing anything wrong. They are the problem. The abuser is the problem. You have to stand up for it and say, hey, I'm not going to put up with this anymore. Okay, let's watch it together. I know it will be very upsetting for everybody to see this level of cowardice, but let's watch it so we can get rid of evil once and for all, and that's what my movie will deal with.
Where's dinner?
Well, I thought you'd be home a couple of hours ago.
See, he's
and put
getting
everything
ready
away.
to
What is this? Pizza?
set it up with a bogus reason.
What, pizza?
If you had just called me, I would have known what...
Dinner ready is pizza.
Why didn't he call,
I didn't know
coward?
you'd be so late.
Let me ask you
You
something.
would've called
Is
me.
it too much?
Probably
to
did that
have
on
dinner ready
purpose.
when I got home?
Please don't be so loud.
Don't tell me what to do. You shut up.
I thought you'd be home
I can get
earlier.
pizza.
See how she's trying to appease him, but she's not doing anything wrong.
You and me get in the kitchen.
No!
Well, it hurts. You want to see what hurts? That's what hurts. That's what hurts.
Coward.
Now get up and clean up this mess.
The mess that he just made.
I'll be quiet, I'll be quiet.
See, that's the problem. Do you see how he came up with a bogus reason? I would almost say that he didn't call on purpose. First of all, okay, she's not your maid. Number one, okay, things can happen. She doesn't have to bow down to your every whim. But I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't call on purpose just to set that up, knowing that she wouldn't be ready. So that, remember, they need a bogus reason to abuse the person. They can't just do it, because then they would have to acknowledge that they're evil. They need a bogus reason to try to justify their evil. And if you notice with abuse, you'll notice with abuse, There will always be a different reason for why the abuse takes place. It's never the same reason. Today, the tiny reason is the shoes aren't completely in alignment next to the door. Tomorrow, it will be you didn't park your car far enough into the driveway to make it symmetrical, even though they can get in, but your car isn't symmetrical. And you see how they find a tiny reason every single day to be evil. So you have to stand up to abuse. They will never stop as long as you cater to it. And I know that that is difficult because the thinking is, well, they are trying to work with me, but they are not. They are just finding reasons to be evil towards you. So stand up for it, and I, in the best way, in using the most wisdom that you can. Sometimes children are involved, and that can be a difficult situation because how do you get out of a situation with your children there? Now, they can try to maybe get him counseling. I'm not saying divorce him at this time, but she should not stay there and have him continually do that towards her. So, and why, when people praise the gold and the diamonds in Ezekiel, how come they don't praise this? Isn't this what the scumbag is like? Of course. But because of the blind and gold and diamonds, they're blinded to the fact that it's never worth talking about. I don't even use a pronoun for that scumbag. So let's be mindful of that, and my movie will get rid of evil altogether, Lord willing, if people really take to heart what I am portraying. So, all right, friends, God bless, and watch out for this. Report if people are being abused and you know it. Don't stand by. Speak up and get involved in some way, maybe not directly and in a confrontation, but secretly call some type of agency and see if somebody can get involved. All right, until next time, bye-bye, friends.